how is it that you go about inspiring females to have the courage to go out there and ride in historically a male dominated kind of hobby?
When I started doing YouTube, I had no idea that I would get to where I am. I mean, I wanted to get on YouTube to grow, but I had no idea that it would come to something where I'm inspiring so many women to ride a motorcycle. Because it's just something I love to do, and I just started doing what I love to do, and that's just riding a motorcycle. Just being myself for one is so much easier. Like it's not hard to do, and I'm having fun with it. And I guess women see that you're having fun. Once you see someone else doing something, you know what? I can do that too. That's kind of how that took off. But like I said, I'm just enjoying being myself and just being spreading positive energy and just giving all that, people kind of gravitate to it.
Welcome to Riding Counsel with Rich Jaffe, where the open road meets expert advice. I'm Richard Jaffe, an attorney and biking enthusiast, and this is the podcast where we dive into the world of motorcycling, safety, culture, charitable giving, and riding right. So, whether you're a seasoned rider or just getting started, let's talk bikes, the road, and everything in between. Let's ride!
Hello, everyone. And I'm really happy that everybody joined us here on the ridingcounsel.com podcast. I am Rich Jaffe, and I am a personal injury lawyer, podcaster, and motorcycle enthusiast. And I have an amazing guest today, and I'm really happy to have her. And I want her to tell you all about herself because she is incredible. And her name is Tiffany. So, Tiffany, what's up? How are you? Thanks so much for coming on. Tell me about yourself. Tell everybody about yourself. You're amazing.
Well, thank you, Rich. First of all, hey everybody, gotta come, I gotta speak. I gotta make sure I show great manners. So, hey, how are you doing? Thanks for having me. You're an awesome guy as well. So, um, all about me. Where do I start? So
Well,
I
go ahead, go. I mean, you ride motorcycles. I know that.
definitely do that, and I enjoy it. But before
Um,
my motorcycle journey began, I have a husband that I've been married to for. We've been married for 10 years, and well, we've been together though for about 20 years now. Good. And we have two amazing daughters, 9-year old and 5 years old. And let me tell you what, they keep us busy just with their schedule alone. And then, so riding my motorcycle, look, I enjoy definitely riding motorcycles. So if you are on this channel because you love motorcycles, look, we will get along great. It's been a part of my life now. I've been riding since 2012. And I
wow.
can say that it's like something I'm glad I embarked on. I'm glad I started doing because it has brought so much more excitement to my life, and it's brought me to meet so many people that I had no idea I would like encounter just by riding motorcycles. But doing that, also I do CAT scans during the I'm just kind of everywhere. I do CAT scans. I've been doing that for 14 plus years. Besides being a mom, being a wife, being a working mom at that, and doing social media, that is a whole job in itself. I'm just enjoying life and just taking up every minute of my time doing something and just
I,
enjoying it.
I just don't know how you do all that. I mean, I have problems waking up in the morning. I get up and I say, "Wow, you're amazing. That's incredible." But I know you love Harley Davidsons. Me personally, I've seen your bike, but only in videos, and it looks amazing. What are you riding?
So, what I ride now, I do ride. I have two actually. So I have a 2021 Road Glide Special, and I have a 24 Road Glide. So they're both Road Glides. I know they're like the the same model, but I enjoy Road Glides, so that's what I had.
Well, that 24, that's the one I saw, and it's shark blue, right? It's a shark blue one.
Yes, the shark
Yeah,
skin, but yes.
it's just amazing. But you have a lot of mods. Tell me, like, how did you mod it? How did you customize it? Because I saw it online when you first bought it, and it's a beautiful bike. But tell me what you did to it to make it your own.
This episode has been brought to you by Riding Counsel. Don't forget to visit us at ridingcounsel.com.
So to make it my own, I'm definitely got to put my spin on it. With that color at first, when I first saw the color, I was like, man, that color is like really nice, but like, how can I make it mine? And just trying to play with different colors to see what color look good with it. And then my husband were just playing around online, and we kind of discovered orange. And it was like, oh my goodness, orange will really look good with that color. So
Nice.
with doing that, I started doing just little small modifications to it. I changed my windscreen out. So first went with that, and then I did the whole adversary collection from Harley Davidson, where you have like your derby cover, your floorboards, um, and it's like 7 different accessories that come in that package. You definitely have to look it up. But
Yeah.
all of that was like orange accent, and so that was like the start of it all. And then I went over to my shifter linkage, and that's orange. The wheels. Now the wheel, when I got my wheels, that definitely made it like come alive even more. When
Hmm.
I put my forged wheels on there, and they're orange. What else have I done? Of course, because I hit the road so much, I gotta have a tour pack. Like you can't hit the
Oh
road
yeah.
without a tour pack.
Nice.
So
Nice. But you have is it a King tour pack, chopped? What is it?
that's it's a chop tour pack.
Oh,
So my
chopped. All
husband's
right.
like, yes, he's like, you might need to get a king because we travel with so much stuff with camera equipment and
Right.
everything that we need. And I was like, maybe you should upgrade to the king tour pack, and I'll just use your space. So he has the king tour pack, and I stuck with my chop tour pack just because I just like the look of it better. So I have that, and I just did upgrade to a 2-in-1 as well.
Nice.
So
That's
let me
got to
just,
sound amazing.
and that's the thing about it, listening to it on camera sounds like way different when you hear it in person, but I definitely love
Yeah.
how it sounds.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't capture everything on camera. I mean, and you feel it too. You like feel the
Oh,
rumble. I
definitely,
love that. I love that. So that's just
definitely,
amazing. So it's orange almost all around. Oh, you must have done the seat. Don't tell me that you have the stock seat on
definitely.
there.
I did do the seat. I got the Bad Boy Cycle seat. It's the freedom seat that I have. And it has the orange stitching in it. Once I got that right there kind of made it come alive even more because you see more of the color like on the top of the bike. Besides my emblems, I do have the orange tank emblems that I got.
Yeah.
And that
So
it
you got
just it
it's
just
the
started bringing it to
lattice.
life.
So
Say that
it's
again.
the lattice stitching on the seat on the bad boy seat.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. And wait, which one did you say? Python, you said?
On my seat.
Yeah.
I
Is it
had
a
the
Python seat?
no, I think it's the freedom seat.
Oh, the Freedom. Okay. So is that the
Mm-hmm.
one, that's not the one with two parts, right? Is that the one with like two parts
They
where
are
you,
there's it's still 2 parts, yes. I have
yeah,
the back pillion and then I have the rider seat. Yeah. It's still two
yeah,
piece seat. Mm-hmm.
nice. Yeah. So that's got to be comfortable. And then you must have, and you changed out the tires too. Didn't you change out the tires?
My wheels, yes, I changed my wheels out. Now my tires, I stay running my Michelin Commander 3 tires. They're just touring
Yeah.
tires, but
Yeah.
I changed out the wheels to the Forge orange wheels, and I still stay with the 19-inch. Yes,
Wow. That's like, how did you, I mean, that's a lot to do, right? I mean, like
it is.
did, do you do it
And
yourself or like you bring it in to have some
most of
more
it,
come?
yeah. A a lot of I do myself. It's like I see my husband, he do something, and I was like, you know what, I can do it. I need you here, kind of like help guide me a little bit, but I'm
Yeah.
sure I can do this myself. So yeah, I'll get in there and I'll do it. Um, if I don't have time to do something, of course he'll do it for me, or we'll have to send it to the shop or something. But for the most part, if I can do something myself, I'll do it. We just recently changed out my handlebars, and we did that.
You got, what do you have like the ape hangers or something? What do you have now?
Oh no, I did the king the wings custom bars. They're the front king ones.
Yeah.
So they are slightly like a little bent. They're very similar to the stock bars because on the 24s and anything beyond that, like riding with the stock bars on that is nothing like the previous models. Like you really don't have to change them out too much. And so I was comfortable with the height of that, which they're around like 12 inches, I think. So, but with the new riser that comes on the new bikes, you really don't have to go that tall. So I stuck with 10-inch on these bars, and they
Mm.
fit perfectly. I like how they handle. So they're really
Yeah.
comfortable to my shoulders when I'm
Yeah, that's
riding. So
incredible. That's awesome. I mean, how did you learn all this? You know, I mean, I I mean, I say respectfully, like I would walk up to you and I wouldn't think that you're like a motorcycle rider. So what inspired you to like get into all this?
I look, I can't take credit for that. My husband, like, he's been riding since we've been dating. So, like I said, we started dating as teenagers,
Hmm.
and he was riding motorcycles. Of course, we weren't on Harley Davidsons then; we were on crotch rockets. And I used to ride on the back of him, and I was content. But as we started riding more, and I started seeing more women riding, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to ride the back anymore. I want my own. And of course, he's like a little nervous about it, and he was like, "But I'm not going to teach you." And I'm like, "What sense does that make? You know how to ride. You can't even teach me how to ride a motorcycle." And he's like, "No," because he couldn't have that on his conscience or anything. And he's like, "I don't want to teach you any bad habits because along the way of riding, you pick up things that's more comfortable for you instead of like learning doing everything that you learn in a safety course." And so he's like,
Wow.
"No, you're gonna go to take a class and you're gonna learn it the proper way. And then along the way, I'll help guide you, things like that." So of course he made me
Wow.
sign up and take the safety course. And I took the course and here I am today,
Man, I've
riding ever
seen
since.
you. I've seen a lot of your videos, and everybody knows you, especially a lot of female riders. And personally, I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing that so many more women are getting into motorcycling, and it's incredible how you inspire them. But I don't know how you inspire them. I mean, you obviously have an amazing YouTube channel. And by the way, we're going to put Tiffany's YouTube channel. Anybody watching YouTube, we're going to put it all down here, all of her links, because you have to follow Tiffany. She's got some amazing videos. But how is it that you go about inspiring females to have the courage to go out there and ride in basically historically a male dominated kind of you know hobby?
And that's one of those things, Richard. When I started doing YouTube, I had no idea that I would get to where I am. I mean, I wanted to get on YouTube to grow, but I had no idea that it would come to something where I'm inspiring so many women to ride a motorcycle. Because it's just something I love to do, and I just was started doing what I just started doing what I love to do, and that's just riding a motorcycle. Um, but I just, like I said, just being myself for one is so much easier. Like it's not hard to do, and I'm having fun with it. And I guess women see that you're having fun. They see like, oh my goodness, like. And then I guess my height is another thing too. I'm not that tall, so that can be another inspiring aspect about it because most women be like, they take it as a challenge. But once you see someone else doing something, you know what, I can do that too. So I guess that's kind of how that took off. But like I said, I'm just enjoying being myself and just being spreading positive energy and just giving all that, people kind of gravitate to it.
Yeah, look, I if I may say, you're a very magnetic person, and I see so many women in your videos coming up to you and saying thank you to you because you inspire them. I mean, but what what do you say? There's a lot of I'm thinking there's a lot of women out there who might listen to this, and a lot of people who are intimidated by riding. I mean, even guys get intimidated, but what is it that you would say to somebody who's intimidated by riding a motorcycle?
And what I would say for that, see, the thing is fear. All of us has something we're scared of or we like fear. But the biggest way to get over fear, you have to like face it. You have to do it. Otherwise, you will never know. Always what it could have been, what it would have been, what it should have been.
Right.
So at first, of course, getting when I started riding the road glide, of course, I'm like, man, my husband. What happened for me to even get a road glide? Let's just say my husband's been asking for years. After we had kids, and he's like, yeah, I'm done going fast now. I just want to cruise. And he was like, I just want to get a Harley Davidson, and I just want to I was like, those bikes are for old people. We're not even old. I don't want to ride that. And I apologize to everybody for saying that because that is clearly not that is not the narrative for that. But
Yeah.
so and he was like, well, this is the bike I want. And I was like, well, if you get that bike, I want the same bike. So it's kind of like, I wanted what he had. So that's what brought me there, even though I knew that bike was like huge. And I'm like, this is a big bike. But I know I can do it. So it's just that, every woman's like, I can do it. I can do anything. And so that mean I was like, I'm gonna get on and ride it. And that's just how it I just had to get on it and face it.
Wow.
And the more I rode it, the more training I got and just learning to manage it. Hey, it became easier over time. So
Yeah.
it's one of those
Yeah.
things when you're scared of something, you have to face fear and do it.
Yeah, you are a fearless woman. You are really a fearless woman. You just up and did it. I mean, that's just amazing. That's great. That's great. I mean, but it feels like motorcycles have been a part of your life for so long, and not only your life, but the life of your husband, not even before you were married. I mean, it has to take on a special meaning to you. What does motorcycle riding really mean to you?
Um, oh man, like it means a lot because that's time I get to spend with my husband. I look at it in that aspect. Especially when it's been so busy a lot of times. So him and I, we can get out and spend time together. Just riding a motorcycle, you see the world through a different lens. Like you're just being closer to the environment. You get to, have that whole like I'm strong. I'm confident. Just empowering. And like I said, I get the most important part. I get to do it alongside my husband, and us riding together is like we don't miss a beat in anything. So it's more time together. More if you're a thrill seeker, it's one of those things too. We're a little thrill seeking people, so um, you just get out and just be adventurous. And it's
I
so
mean,
much fun and meeting people. Like my goodness, it's brought me out of my shell so much. That's the one thing. Like if you're afraid of meeting people, get a motorcycle. I promise you, you'll meet some new people.
I find not only riding a motorcycle with other people, like a loved one, a husband or a brother, some relative or, whoever you want to spend time with, not only the actual riding, but preparing for the ride. And then after, well, even during the ride, you could take a break, whatever. You go to lunch at a spot that you would never go to, or you would take a road that you would never ever drive on, like in a car. But here you are on a motorcycle and you're like, so much closer to nature. People don't
You
understand. I
are.
mean, when I ride, I love the feel of when you're passing through like a shadow, or like some shade. There's like a 10-degree drop, and then the next
Yeah.
second you're in the sun, and you feel it, or you smell something great from like a restaurant that you just
Cheers.
passed, and then the next thing you smell is like beautiful flowers. It's just it's an
It's,
overwhelming, the senses. It's just great.
I can agree with you on that. Like definitely riding a motorcycle and you're doing long distance riding, you definitely can I definitely can tell when the weather's changing. I'm like, oh man, like did it just get colder? And we're looking down, I'm like, yeah, it just dropped down
Mm.
from like 60 degrees down to 50. I'm like, I felt it immediately. So you definitely start feeling the temperature changes riding a motorcycle. But like you said, the different smells, the different things you hear, it's just so many things that you get to experience riding a motorcycle and just going to
The
places that you
No,
never
go
think
ahead,
you
go
would
ahead.
do. So
Yeah,
I agree with
yeah,
you on
and
that.
it's really, and the people you meet too. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. But and this is stuff that can be experienced by both men and women. But
Oh, definitely.
there's I find well, at least some places where I've ridden, there's, let's call it, an old school way of thought that there's misconceptions about female riders. And like I said, I love to see female riders out there, and they display that fearlessness, and they're conquering it, and they're really spending time out where they wouldn't have spent time before. But what kind of misconceptions do you hear out there about female riders?
Oh, I get a lot of that. Like it's like, oh, the most thing a lot of things that I get. One in particular is always, you shouldn't ride that bike. That bike is too big for you. That is one of the biggest thing ever. And I'm like, if you only knew. So it's like don't put us in the box because if we really want something, we can have it. We can do it. And riding that motorcycle is definitely something that women can do. So I get that a lot about that's too big, or um, that's the main thing I get. It's too big, or you don't ride it far, or things like that. And it's like, that's just people gonna talk regardless, and I'm perfectly okay with that. because I'm having fun riding my motorcycle, and there's nothing you can say or do to make me change my mind and not do it.
Yeah, yeah. I frankly, I mean, I've ridden with a lot of women, and I find that they are a lot of times better riders than the men. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're just more technical, or they're thinking more, or they're more in touch with their bike. I don't know what it is, but I find that most of the time, the female riders are probably doing a better job than the male riders, and I probably lost half my audience with that comment. But
No good,
I just
guys.
it's just good that, the world is changing, man. The world
It
is
is.
changing. And so that's great. It sounds like so many times you've been underestimated, let's say, because you're a female, you're a woman, and uh, like how has that played out other than like, you're riding a motorcycle and some guy will make some silly comment to you or something like that that it's too big for you, or like what kind of other ways has it played out?
They just look real. My lack of better word, I don't want to say. I'm like, oh, I just need to educate yourself because there's so many women out here that are doing this. So, and the internet is huge and it's so easy accessible. So, if you even just look on the internet, you will see so many women out here riding, not just me, but we're out here doing it, enjoying it, and doing a great job at it. Like I have one, uh, I have small short video that keeps circulating online, and it's been up there over a year now. So I went to go take an advanced course at Robert Simmons course down in Pooler, Georgia. And if a lot of people hadn't don't know who he is, a retired officer, motor officer, and he teaches slow speed maneuver skills. And so I went down there and took that class. And then on one of his courses, on one of the activities, you have to like turn from a slow. You have to turn pretty much from a stop and just turn your handlebars. And I dropped my bike when doing that. And so that is circulating online, and so many people, oh, that bike is too big. She's just learned. She doesn't even know how to ride. She shouldn't be on that bike. And who gave her a license? And it's just so many negative things. And I just laugh at them at this point because it's like, where have you been? Are you under a rock? Because clearly you really don't understand. Most men probably can't even do that, but it's okay. I put myself out there. I'm not ashamed to put myself out there for people to see those flaws, because some people are intimidated, they're scared, and to admit those things or to show those things. But when you show people like, hey, we make mistakes, we fall too, and they kind of learn like, oh, I can do this. It kind of helps motivate other people when they see like, these things I need to learn as well. So I'm
You
perfectly
know,
fine with things like that.
I think it's, first of all, it's really, if I may say, I mean, it's so brave of you to actually, show something like that, because I mean, guys, look, they're too macho, right? They don't want to hurt their ego and like have somebody film them falling. Oh, I don't ever fall. That's just ridiculous. But you're out there and you're showing people that, look, you could fall as long as it's supervised, and this is a learning process, and it's not happening at like 70 miles an hour, like on a highway or something. Like, you're doing the right thing. You're out there showing people that you could fall, and you can get up and do it over again, and you're going to be okay. I mean, I really
Right.
think that's the secret. And anybody who says anything negative about that, they're just losing their minds. They got to get with the times. They got to get with
Look,
the
it's
times.
it's okay. It's perfectly fine at this point. It's like at this point, I'm not learning how to ride a motorcycle. I'm just learning to be better at riding a motorcycle at
Right.
slower speeds. One of the most hardest things to do. So it's like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
Like, don't talk, like, don't you come out there and do the same thing as you, and then we'll talk after that, but
Exactly,
don't
exactly.
be judging. That's ridiculous.
But
Uh,
things like that, it's really taught me to have tough skin a lot. Nothing really bothers me a whole lot because I'm out here just trying to encourage more women to ride, to enjoy it, and take it day by day, whatever your ride looks like. And I just want to keep pushing the people. You don't have to ride long distance to enjoy your motorcycle. You can ride around town, wherever your ride looks, because everybody doesn't have the same amount of time. Everybody doesn't grow at that same, everybody, we all have the same goal with riding, that's getting to and from your destination safely, but your purpose of riding is different. Everybody has a different purpose for riding. So whatever
That's why
that looks
the
like for you, as long as you're enjoying it, like I love it, I'm enjoying it, and I want you to.
Right, man. It's just like, look, there's different people out there, all different kinds. And there's different bikes for people. There's different parts for people. There's different everything for people. So just
Definitely.
make your bike your bike. Make it your
Exactly.
ride, and just everybody says when you're out there, ride your ride, and
You're
I
right,
think that's
that's it.
really what it means. I think that's what it means. So, but another thing I always, if I may, again, I hear you a lot on your videos. You're always trying to spread the love, and I love that. You tell people love each other, show love to
Yes.
each other, and I think that's an important part of motorcycling too.
It definitely is, because like you said, a lot of people, sometimes you let your ego get in the way, or you just love everybody even in their differences. Like, we're all different, we're all like enjoying the same thing as motorcycle, and like I said, everybody's purpose is different, but you learn to love them in their own purpose, and just have fun. Don't like have fun doing it.
Yeah, yeah, man. So, talking about fun, I saw a video of you in Daytona. So,
Hmm.
you got to talk to me about Daytona. What was that about? What was it like? I mean, you did so much down there. I can't believe how much you crammed into such a short amount of time. Talk to us about Daytona.
Oh my goodness. Like, every time I go to Daytona, I'm like, you say, like, people say, like, I don't want to do that rally. I've done it a million times, nothing changed. But every time I go, I still get something different from it. So from like and most of the time it's the people I run into, the people I meet. And because of that is why I continue to go back, because I always meet somebody new, and somebody's like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like you said, you see people always saying, like, you inspire me, you encourage me in that, and that just like keeps me going, and helps me to continue to show up at rallies that I've been to a million times all over. But I can probably ride the loop, like the scenery down there, some in some of the routes, you can ride that a million times and it's still beautiful.
Mhm.
I didn't get to ride it this year, but going, like I said, going to meet people, still going to ride the scenery, it's just been around the motorcycle, it's the motorcycle community itself, and it just continues to just, I have fun with it. And even though I can go down there and do the same thing a million times over, it's the people that make it different for me and make my experience there. And then while I was down there, for me to see my poster there was like, oh my goodness. um
So tell us about that poster. My God, I saw that part too, but I didn't want to. Just please tell us about the poster, because I just, wow, I'm just taken aback. It's amazing. Tell us about this poster.
yeah, but it was completely unexpected. I had no idea it was going to be there. I just remember taking that photo when I had my husband and I, we went out to Montana with Harley Davidson to do their new shoot with the new 2025 models. And we were out there riding those, and Montana's beautiful. Like, that's another thing about you get to see different places. So out there is beautiful. If you've never been, please, if you can, go out there, ride, just check it out. It's nice. But out there, and we took those photos out there, and then, like I said, that was like in like August, early in August of last year. So to go and to Daytona and just get surprised to see me on a poster, I that was huge. That was huge for me, and that's something I can tell my daughters about, because, like I said, I have two daughters. I can share with them, my family. Like, everybody was just so excited. I was excited just to see it,
I
and
mean, it
just to
was,
be in the moment. What was
yeah,
awesome,
it was
and
just
doing
a, it
something
was
I
just
love.
a, it, it's a poster, basically. I mean, of you in Harley Davidson gear, and you got your modular helmet on, and it's in, I guess it was a Harley Davidson. It was like a pop-up
Double check.
tent, I think, right?
It was at their so Harley Davidson does a stand down at Speedway International Track. So they have where they're selling their clothing, they have merchandise and everything up. So they had one there, and then also down at the HBCU college where they have their setup there, they had one there. So they had it in two different places.
That's,
Um
I mean, that's how big you are, Tiff. That's how big you are. I mean, who gets a poster for Harley Davidson? I mean, wow, wow, you've come such a far way. I mean, with everything that you're doing with motorcycles. But I got to ask you another question. Okay, I got to ask you,
Sure.
um, because I respect your opinion. This electric motorcycle thing. Talk to me about your feeling about electric motorcycles.
Like, I've never ridden a electric motorcycle. I know they keep telling about the live wire. It says really quick. I do want to experience it. I just have yet to do it because I just cannot break away from my road life or anything. But um, I've heard they're really quick, so I will tell people to at least get on it and try it out and ride it for yourself because different experiences. Like, it's just one of those experiences. You got to experience it because you won't know if you like it until you ride it. So I can't tell you if I actually like it or not because I've never ridden it. But I do want to experience one just to see if it's something I can just ride around town to even play with.
I mean, look, I haven't ridden one either, but I mean, I'm so pessimistic because I mean, the exhaust, is there any, I don't even think it makes a sound. does it travel silently? It's just the whole concept to me is a
It
little
has like
strange.
a buzzing noise. I've ridden beside one. I've ridden beside one, so you just kind of hear like a humming sound. It's humming,
Like a
but
cicada.
don't you're yeah, but you're not gonna get that whole the whole exhaust sound and those deep rumbles. You're not getting any of that from it.
Yeah, man.
So
And the vibration, well, I guess, like you said, look, it's an experience, and I guess we got to try it. I mean, it could be the future.
yes,
You never know. You never know.
you
But
don't.
look, I know you have your wonderful daughters that are waiting on you, and you've given us so much time, and I so appreciate it. It's really, for me, it's exciting and a thrill to talk to you. Um, I'm I'm blushing. Okay, you probably can't tell, but I'm blushing. Um,
Okay.
but I want to give people an opportunity to connect with you. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you, or they want to see like your YouTube channel, all the mods you did on your bike, and your travels and the people you meet and the places you go, and all the people you inspire, and how to get inspired by you. How do we find you? What do we do?
Yes, definitely. You have to come check me out on YouTube. Tiffany Rene is my channel. Now up there you will see a ton of writing. You also see when I take vacations with my family because my family is a big part of me. I enjoy spending time with my husband and my kids who are extremely active. Like now, when we get out of here, my smallest, she has a game. So I'll be running out to do that. And then my oldest, she has pitching lessons. They're both playing t-ball and softball. So,
That's
but
great.
to follow me on Tiffany Renee on YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram at _ Tiffany Renee as well, and on Facebook, Tiffany Renee Room. I'm there. So, but to get in contact with me, look, you can send me a message on just about any platform, and I promise you I'll respond. Um, you can email me at ReneeTiffany86 at gmail.com. You can send me an email, and it's a lot of work, but I definitely make sure I connect and I respond to all my messages because um, I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have everybody to support me. And it's very humbling to me for me to be where I am. And so I thank God every day for it, who I continue to, give my praises to God, but I just think everybody that support me, and like I said, I'm grateful and I'm humbled. So I am not hard to get in contact with. Stay grounded with it all.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And just in case, so we're going to put all that stuff, if you're watching YouTube or any of this on video, we're going to put it all down here, all the contact information for Tiffany. And you got to go see her channel. It's really, really great. I'm inspired myself. It makes me want to travel. And I could speak personally to the fact that Tiffany does respond to every comment, or at least she tries. I get responses very fast when I make a comment on her YouTube channel. So make sure to like and subscribe to her channel. But in the meantime, I just want to thank you, Tiffany, and it's been great having you. and I'm going to keep watching your videos. So keep on making them.
Thank you so much, Rich. You continue to make your videos. Like, I'll be definitely checking those out. So anybody that tuned into this video, make sure you guys subscribe. If you hadn't already subscribed, make sure you drop those comments. Look, those comments really mean something when you drop those comments down below and share these videos. We appreciate it. It's a lot of work that goes into these things, guys. So we appreciate you guys. And it's free.
That's true. It's free. It's free. So,
thank
all
you
right.
for having
Thanks
me,
so
bro.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thanks a lot.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Riding Counsel with Richard Jaffe. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the ride, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your fellow riders. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and ride safe.